Good morning, Lynn from Lynn's Garden here. Don't know if you can see me. I'm trying something new with my camera. I'm going to take you for a walk around. So here we go. It is Sunday morning and there is no sun in the word Sunday. At least not here. It is about 57 degrees with a slight wind. And it's a little on the chilly side here with the wind. Just a lot more of the same flowers, potentillas, wallflowers, my pansies. I have a lot of got a lot of phlox over here that is not even blossoming up yet. It's kind of disturbing. Everything's cold. My beautiful red rhodie has been beaten down severely with the rain, so I'll have to pick the blossoms off that sometime this week. So all the energy doesn't go into making seeds. As you can see, my my camera strap. This is my bronze 9 bark, and I have flowers that are blooming on the bronze 9 bark finally. So I'll have to get some stills of those later. Very delicate little flowers. And I don't have too many of them blooming because I clipped everything way back. I like to try and keep this 9 bark down a little bit in size, so it doesn't bloom too much. And over on the other side of my pathway, you can see my peonies. They're still holding fast, even though we've had the rain, which is good. All right, let's zoom out and do some walking. Over here, we have the yellow-eyed bluegrass, and they transplant so easily. I've got them all over the yard. I have another poppy that came out. There she be. That's a real tall one. More yellow potentilla. And my hellebore or helleboy, however you want to pronounce. Oh, hello, Dipper. Hello, Dipper. Dipper want a cracker, I assume. Yes, he's telling me he's in the neighborhood and will I get with this so he can have his food. I feed him crackers. Anyway, my hellebore is still going very, very nicely. And I have daisies that are starting to pop. The next day or so, we should get some blossoms. Daisy's like hot and dry, and it's like, yeah, that's not happening this year. All right, panning over here, you can see my beautiful dogwood down there, my pink dogwood. Gorgeous pink flowers. just nice and full and lush. It really hasn't gotten very big. I keep hoping that every year it's going to get bigger and bigger, but it doesn't. Just kind of stays that size and has pretty flowers. And over here I have a Tequila Sunrise Rose. And that's sort of pink with yellow and all different shades in it. Very pretty. See how close I can get it. But you can see it's got the pink and the white and the yellow. And that almost died on me a couple of years ago. It was too overcrowded. I had it under my my yellow rambling rose. It wasn't getting any sunlight, and it was competing too much with the root system of the rambling rose. And so I moved it over here, and I almost lost it last year with the crazy temperatures that we had, but this year it's looking pretty good. So it's bouncing back. My white Spirea. And my white dogwood tree is beginning to lose its blossoms. I'll have to do a big cleanup underneath pretty soon. And my yellow climbing rose is very disappointing this year because of all the rain. It doesn't like the rain, so the blossoms are getting a rust or something on them, a fungal type deal. They're rotting. If I don't peel back the outer petals, then they look horrible. And over by the pond, we still have my purple Clematis that is going crazy. I have pruned back my red maple twice now. My daisies over here are going to blossom too. And up here I've got my California lilac. I don't know how the colors are going to come out, but those are kind of a purpley blue flower. Daylilies haven't popped yet. They're saying, give me some sun, give me some heat. And I've got to get out and deadhead some of my candy cane rose because my blossoms are dying off, and the ones that are dying off, if I don't clip them off, I won't get more blooms. And that's an ever bloom all summer long. I have my hibiscus that I was using to replace my lavatera, but it's growing very slowly. It said it was a fast grower, but this weather is not to its liking, apparently. And in here I also have an upright fuchsia with pretty fuchsia flowers. And fuchsias are usually used in baskets and used as an annual, but some varieties will overwinter. I'm going to go down here and show you my Hosta flowers. These are my hostas getting ready to bloom. And next week, maybe I'll actually have some blooms for you to see. This is just the buds. And yesterday, Chandra got in his replacements for his banana trees. The first round died. Well, 1 out of 2 died. And there's my hostas here. And I did divide those last year. On the other side, I have my David Austin double pink rose. And these blooms are amazing. Look at that flower. And when you consider how tall this thing gets and how many blossoms it has all summer long, it is just beautiful. And I clip it down every year, and the top part is just loaded with blossoms. And these are the sad banana trees. I'll get some more water on them today. The one in the back is perked up a little bit. Its leaves are actually showing some promise. So I'll definitely get a lot of water on that one today. I mean, when they came in, they were all droopy. Nothing was happening with them. So that looks like it'll make it. And my peas and my hostas around the back of my shed are doing well. They're grabbing onto the fence, and pretty soon I'll have some peas back there. And so far, I don't have anything happening with my Rose of Sharon. I've got some buds on it, but whether it'll actually flower this year or not, I don't know. We'll see. And I have a mole that has decided that that's going to be its pathway. So every morning I come out here and I stomp on it and close up the pathway, and hopefully it's not eating the roots of my Rose of Sharon. And these are my Japanese Pyrrhus. And that's what their little seed pods look like after they have the pretty white blossoms to them. So it makes for a very, very pretty bush, even when it's not flowering. New growth comes out red. So it gives you color, and it gives you a little variety of textures in the garden. My other white dogwood. Another area that I planted my peas. And this one has actually been producing peas, so I've just been pulling them off and snacking on them when I've been out in the garden. Now, behind my white dogwood, I do have a coral tea rose coming along. And as you can see, there's just a few blooms coming out on it. But it's very, very pretty. And this year, it looks like the best year for it. It's just loaded with blooms. And it looks like I'll have to go wading through things in order to get over there to see the color a little bit better. But I don't think I'm going to. The ground is so soggy. I don't want to go off the paths. I'm like Lizette. It's like, give me the pathway to walk on. I don't want to walk on the soggy ground. And I've got some lilies that are about ready to pop back here. My anemone is still going strong. Hostas are about ready to flower. My bronze 9 bark in the back, I put in, I believe, a year ago. And I took it off of the mother plant and started it in the back here. And it's not ready to flower yet. Probably next year. And all in the back there, we have lemon balm and a hydrangea and little princess spirea, a blueberry bush, forsythia, holly, and red currant bush. And here's my red rose, which did get hit a little bit by the rain. These are ever blooming too, so I will have to come out and start deadheading these so they'll keep producing. And this is basically my shady garden area. And I did get in some wintergreen. Those are the 2 little plants by the walkway there. And those I will use to make a syrup for checkerberry sodas. My crimson heuchera. A little lily here. A white one. I had to transplant that because that was all taken over by other bushes. The garden is constant upkeep. Transferring one plant from one place to a different place. And my dinner plate rose has got rosebuds coming out. And my purple clematis over here is still going strong. Got a purple shamrock down there. And over here, my peony has come out. And this is the pink one. As you can see, it's got rain damage on it on the side. just been too wet. Too wet. My variegated ivy. Some daylilies that haven't shot up yet. Over on the back side of the wall there, I do have glads that grow. I have birds that come around when I do these walk-arounds. I don't know whether they hear my voice and they just want to be near me or what it is, but they're curious. So you will oftentimes see a bird flying around in the photo. But these are they're normally a salmon-colored peony. But this year, because of all the wet, they've come out more pink. So it's really, really changing the color of things around here. But I'll have to get some more stills of these later, because they are absolutely gorgeous. And I still have a few left to pop. Let's see if I can get in closer to one of them here. Let's do the top one. But look at that color. Gorgeous. And they smell pretty too. And if you hear a little rat-tat-tatting in the background, that's my pileated woodpecker in the green belt. He's deconstructing some trees. All right, well, that's it for the backyard. Let's see what's happening in the side yard. My herb garden is growing well. I had to move my flowers over here because the pot isn't draining well enough and they were dying off. So we are giving them some time under the eaves. And in the side garden up here, I've got some lilies blooming, some very pretty yellow lilies. Let's open the gate. And see what's happening. Looky there. I have got lilies of all various colors. I've got everything from the tiger lilies to the yellow ones to the red ones. And I've got some low purple bellflower underneath my Russian lady vine. And the Russian lady vine is sprouting some new flowers as well. And as we go up the hill here, we have a gunnera. Chandra bought that this year. He said he liked it. And this is supposed to get human size. I mean, bigger than humans. So eventually this will take up this whole entire corner. As well as my my macro maple that I've hidden up here in the corner. And it's doing very nicely in case I need a tree somewhere. And the honeysuckle. Oh, it smells so good up here. Absolutely beautiful smelling. And if we look down this way, you'll see that there are honeysuckle bushes the entire fence line. That's 70 feet of honeysuckle. And not all of it blooms at once, and it will continuously bloom all summer long. I'm big on continuous blooms. I try and feed my bees and my insects for as long as I possibly can. And this honeysuckle over here, that one seems to be going for the sky this year. Must like its location. It's a little bit more sheltered with the trees. And they also love the acid soil. So it's going to bloom here fairly shortly, and it'll be gorgeous. This is one that I see outside my my side window where I sit to watch TV. So it's very pretty. And this honeysuckle will be a very deep red, a burgundy type red. And that one's about ready to go too. But as I said, there's about 70 feet of honeysuckle bushes. And the one on the corner probably does the best of all of them here. This one's right on the corner of the fence. And it just blossoms its heart out. And my ivy's going farther up the trees this year. From what I've read, ivy does not kill the trees, so we're in pretty good shape there. And this is the little side raised garden that I'm in now. But as you can see, with all the rain, I've got more weeds to tackle in the patio area. I've got to cut back my iberis and my lithidora. Those both have to be cut back because they sprawl out and take up too much patio. I did a walk around, or a walk to the mail the other day, so that really hasn't changed any out there. So I think I will end now and just say goodbye to you from Port Orchard, Washington, Lynn's garden. And I'll see you next week, and hopefully there'll be more flowers blooming. Bye now.